What's up? What's up? What's up? Greetings, greetings, greetings. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Put the number one in the chat if you could hear me. Yeah, we got on my I am the greatest hat today. Yes, looking like a nerd today. Yes. Greetings, family. Welcome to a early afternoon edition of King Simon Presents. Of course, the Ministry of Numerovation. Let me change that back banner, if you don't mind. Let me change that back banner. There it is. Ministry of Numerovation. And remember, please donate to the channel via Super Sticker, Super Chat, Venmo, all of that good stuff. As always, I'm going to be putting that in the chat right now. Big up to my moderator in the building, Color Curiosity, and everybody that's coming in and sharing. Remember, sharing is caring. Sharing is a divine way of caring. So please share the video with other people because we're going to speak on something very special. I'm going to speak about this blood moon, this worm blood moon real quick, because I'm not an astrologer. I don't profess to be an astrologer, but I have studied, but I do have what I am doing is definitely I'm going to focus on the word worm, the worm totem, and what it means when you hear animals pop up. And we're going to speak about the pursuit of happiness. Of course, we heard about those words in the Declaration of Independence back in the day: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's a famous phrase, and we're going to talk about that also. But I want to go through the wormwood stuff, the worm itself, and what the worm numerovationally means, and what it means from a spiritual perspective. I do have some notes that I will be sharing about the blood moon. And so let me go directly into it. Today is March the 14th. This is the day of pi. Those who know what March the 14th or the pi is, 314. Today is Simone Biles' birthday. Today is Einstein's birthday. Happy birthday to Einstein, and happy birthday to the great Simone Biles. And anybody that falls under that frequency of this day of the pi, 314. People actually celebrate the day of the pi. They have celebrations in regards to the pi, the equation, the mathematical equation of the pi. We're broadcasting on Facebook, Instagram, and also on both the YouTube channels. And more than likely, I'm going to leave this up as long as there's no problems and no issues. I'm going to leave this up. So let's delve right into it. Of course, today's presentation, from my perspective, again, it's a perspective, the numerovational perspective, the pursuit of happiness, a numerovational and spiritual and physical perspective. But today I'm going to touch on something a little different in regards to what we call the blood moon, the blood worm moon. This is what they're calling it. This full moon is also a lunar eclipse. So it will bring a big energy of letting go of anything that we don't want to take into a new astrological year as we're about to come into the spring with us. Says Gallagher, as the healer of the zodiac, Virgo helps you to cleanse mentally, emotionally, and also physically, so that you can move into spring and start the start of the astrological year and truly start anew. So obviously this moon must be in what they call Virgo also. So it says on here, and this one I'm gonna share the link. So if you want to read, because I'm not gonna read all of it, so I'm going to share the link in the chat just in case you want to read all of it for yourself. And this is in Glamour Magazine. Big up to Glamour Magazine. And you know, when they start doing that, you know, in these reputable magazines, and they start posting these little articles and all that stuff and writing these articles, it's very important to pay close attention, because they are paying close attention to it also. So let me put it in the chat just in case you want to know about it for yourself. There it is. It's in the chat just in case you want to read the whole article. Like I said, I'm not going to read the whole article, just wanted to touch on it. It said, what makes the worm moon a blood moon? A blood moon is essentially a total lunar eclipse, with this month's worm moon being known as a blood moon because of the deep reddish color that can occur during the eclipse. Now it goes on to say, so what should I do to make the most of the worm moon eclipse energy? Now I want to send a big love, numerovational love to Shaka Khan. She did something on her Instagram which was very compelling. She had the sound bowl. She lives out here in Georgia now. Big up to Shaka Khan. And Shaka Khan really showed, her birthday is about to come up soon too. So big up to her. Birthday is March the 23rd, I believe. And then I think it's March 23rd or May 23rd. One of those. I think it's around March. So definitely Shaka Khan did a great thing. So make sure y'all join Shaka Khan on her Instagram and show her some love just in case. Yeah, Shaka Khan's birthday is coming up May 23rd. I'm sorry, it's May 23rd. Yes, Shaka Khan's birthday is May 23rd, not March 23rd. So big up to Shaka Khan. She did something great about the full moon. So it goes on to say, so what should we do? What should I do to make the most of the worm moon eclipse? Full moon are magical portals for both manifestation and release. But during eclipse season, many astrologers recommend laying off the manifestation rituals and just seeing what comes up for you instead. Pay attention to the feelings that comes to surface during this full moon eclipse and be honest with yourself about whether you're holding back in a relationship that matters to you. All full moons bring a heightened energy and emotion, but the lead up to this one could be bumpy. So as she shows you where you have held back from making change and avoiding letting go of the comfortable, familiar, and what no longer serves you. Gallagher says, according to this article on Glamour, it brings a reality check and everything will suddenly become obvious to you. Where you are, what you're doing, and what you are allowing yourself to put up with. The gut feelings is very important. The gut feelings you are hearing / ignoring, the way your fears control you, and what is weighing you down, where you are stuck, and most of all, what needs to change in order for you to be happy. So this is very interesting. These last part, easy full moon eclipse practices you can try to include journaling, using the prompt. What is this eclipse trying to tell me about relationships? Getting outside, the moon bathing, charge your crystals while you're at it. Paying attention to who shows up for you and who doesn't over the next few days. That's a very good point. Paying attention to who shows up for you and who doesn't for the next few days, and taking some time to process feelings. So yes, again, the full article is in the chat. I posted it. I think I put it in the chat, or it's right there on the screen, just in case you want to read all of it, because it is a full article. And I don't want to go through it. It's a whole lot. Yeah, there it is. It's a whole lot. And they're going to go through all the different zodiac signs in regards to this Taurus, Gemini, all of that. So if you want to get all of that juicy stuff, make sure you go to that link in the chat. Make sure you go to the link in the chat. And I just posted up a meaning of blood moon according to www.Glamour magazine. You know, the Glamour magazine, they want to get things popping. You want to make y'all glamorous and whatever y'all do. So big up to Glamour magazine for even touching on this. So let me remove that. And again, if you didn't see the link in the chat, there it is. It's called The Meaning of Blood Moon. All right. Just want to make sure y'all get that. Now, from a numerovational perspective, looking at the word worm only. I'm only looking and focusing on the word, but what I've noticed is a lot of healing numbers are happening here. A lot of healing numbers when you're looking at things like worms and all that, spiritual numbers. And the things, the number of 19 shows you. And remember, in tarot numerology, the number 19 is the sun. The sun card is the number that the sun shines light onto things. And it's also a karmic number according to numerology in certain systems. And then it adds up 1 + 9 = 10, which is the wheel of fortune, which could go both good or bad. And that's the creative aspect of the number 1. Again, number 9 shows up also. 9 shows up in the number 18. Now, if you ever read my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, if you ever read my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, the consonants of the word worm adds up to the number 18. And my book, the number 18, is the symbol of the material side striving to destroy the spiritual side of nature. And it's also the number of the exploration of secret realms. As we know that worms come out of the ground and burrow themselves into the ground, and they go into the secretness of the ground, the secret realms of the ground. So it's a battle between the spiritual and the physical side, but it's also the exploration or the exploration of the secret realms. That journey is not without dangers, in a warning that the path should be attempted only by those who have come to the next initiation of life. So the number 18, the consonants of the word, W, R, and M, which represents the personality of the word, is an initiation to life. And it's also a very intuitive number. 7 is an intuitive number also. And because in tarot numerology, the number 18 is called the moon and can depict deception and unforeseen peril. That's why when worms come out of the hole, they got to be very careful, because what goes after the worm? Early bird always catches the worm. So they got to sense what's going on. They got to sense and feel what's going on. And sometimes, the birds will go down and dig deep just to get to the worm, because the worm is pulling back. The worm is reversing itself backwards. So it's interesting to me that the word, the consonants, the personality of the word worm adds up to the number 18, because 18 in tarot is the moon and can depict deception and unforeseen perils. However, in my book, I go on to say many concealed things are to be learned during this blood worm moon cycle and this eclipse at the same time, even by those who are already advanced on the path. The number 18 also reflects the developing soul must hold tight to the spiritual power that is the sustainer of all things. Again, the number 18 is the symbol of the material side striving to destroy the spiritual side of nature. And because it adds up to the number 9, we're dealing with humanitarian understandings and compassion for all people, both physically as well as spiritually. So going to the number 24 this time, again, I'm still going to teach on the pursuit of happiness. Please don't forget that. 24 is the symbol of assistance for those in high rankings position, whether spiritual or physical. One thing about the 24, it's all 2, 4, and 6. It's all about the healing aspect of it. That's why it's important. It's very important. What did that last article say about what you have to do as far as practices? Journaling is going to be good for you. Getting outside and doing moon bathing is going to be good for you. Paying attention to who shows up for you and who doesn't over the next few days. Again, 2, 4, 6, and 8 are all healing numbers. So you got to pay close attention during these next few days, during this energetic, quote unquote, blood worm moon. And from a mathematical perspective or a numerical perspective, I'm looking at the 24, and 24 is a very magnetic number. It's also a number of intuition, love, and structure, but it's also the number of balance and harmony and the willingness to learn to find inner peace. At number 24. Number 19, on the other hand, again, is the number of the sun. The sun shines things and reveals things and bring things to light. But also the number 19 is a number of being self-confident, being innovative, being a paradigm shifter. And number 19 is usually one of the best numbers to have in your numerical scope, whether it's your birthday, whether it's your life path, whether you call yourself 19 keys. Very good number to have because it's a highly favorable number. Although it's a karmic number, the karmic number is telling you that it can go either way, both positive and negative. You got to use the karmic number appropriately because karma is a word that means cause and effect. And because it is the number of the sun, it can shine light onto things. And what it says about tarot, in my book I wrote, known as the sun in the study of tarot, it is the number of attainment, liberation, and marriage. And marriage is not just physically, but spiritually marriage, connecting the physical with the spiritual. It is also called the prince or the princess of heaven, the number 19. And it is a number of honors, happiness, success, esteem, and promises great achievement for plans for the future. But the 1 represents the alpha, the 9 represents the omega. So you got to see things. Whatever you create, you got to finish what you start in order for it to be successful, because the number 10 is the wheel of fortune. Number 1 is the number of creativity and manifestation coming out of the 0 aspect of things. Number 1 is the first initiated number that comes out of 0 to make things manifest, to put things in order, to set things straight and put things straight. That's why it looks like a line. Set things straight. Infinite line that goes up and down infinitely. Wherever you point at number 1, it's infinitely going that way or this way or up and down. And then, of course, the number 7 shows up as one of the vowels, which deals with spirituality, spiritual awakening, and spiritual enlightenment. The law of attraction, the symbol, in my book, I call it the symbol of spiritual growth and development. So just within this worm energy, we should pay close attention to spiritual development, spiritual growth. Higher intuition is going to be picked up. Those that are feeling it, put it in the chat if you're feeling the energy. Because there are very many people out there that is feeling the energy. Y'all getting dreams. Put the number 1 in the chat if you're getting dreams right now. You're starting to see different dreams. I'm getting a whole bunch of dreams to the point I can't even remember all of them when I wake up. How many of you are experiencing certain weird and unusual dreams or very insightful dreams? Please put the number 1 in the chat right now. Put the number 1 in the chat right now. Because we're in that cycle. We're in that cycle. Let's enjoy the cycle and make use of the cycle. Even if your intuition has turned up, pay close attention to your intuition. Put the number 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. And a lot of times, I had so many dreams that I woke up at 11 o'clock. First, I woke up at 8:09. That's the time I was born back in February 1st, 1967. I always wake up right around that, right? And I'm always getting these extraordinary dreams right before my birthday, the time that I was born. Always getting them. I always realize this. And I think it's very important for all of you. Big up to the people on Instagram. Appysxm. Big up to her. She's on here. Big up to everybody that's on Instagram. And those that are on Facebook. Big up to my Facebook crew that's in here too. Big up to my Facebook crew. I'm broadcasting on Facebook also, and also on YouTube. Somebody said they stopped smoking, and it got super vivid. Yay, because something might be in that thing that you were smoking that was prohibiting. So I'm glad that you stopped smoking, my friend. Somebody said I stopped smoking and it got super vivid. Good. That means it was important for you to stop, because whatever was in those, you got to remember how many chemicals are put into different types of marijuana nowadays, and cigarette. If you're smoking cigarette, it's over 300 chemicals in cigarettes alone, according to study back in the day that I have. I think I still have that newspaper. 300, and sugar is the addictive part of the cigarette. Everybody don't know that first part of the cigarette, the filter, and sometimes the paper, is made with sugar. And with marijuana, because you're rolling it up in a tobacco leaf, or you're rolling it up in a Fronto or a Rizzler or one of those wrapping papers, when you, like Dr. Africa used to teach, when you add fire to anything, it changes the whole chemical disposition of the cigarette or the weed. It changes it. And now you're taking it in, and it's corrupting your lungs. And y'all think that's why in Jamaica, certain parts of Jamaica, when it deals with ritual, they burn it in a chalice with either rum or water, and they have the weed not at their mouth when they're doing certain rituals. They have it stuck to the chalice, and they have a glass chalice or a wooden chalice, and they pull up the smoke. But still, because it might be, you got to be, I would suggest drinking marijuana as a tea. If anything, I'll tell people, go get the pure marijuana and drink it as a tea, because it's a very good nerve calm. It calms people's nerves. It's very good for anxiety and all that kind of real, true, pure marijuana, which I don't know if they have it in America anymore. When I go to Jamaica back in the day, I used to go and smoke it there because my cousins and them used to grow it. So I understood that. Nowadays, I don't know what's in there, and I'm not gonna tell nobody to smoke this stuff out here. No. Remember that thing on side? No. Can you smoke it? No. Like Maceo used to do. That comedian used to do. Nah, man, I can't smoke nothing out here. Get all that. I protect my mind. It was about that time to let go. Yes, it is. Thank you for letting go. I'm glad you're letting go. And again, family, please share and like, and of course, donate to the channel. It's always very important to spread love, but please share it with at least your family and friends. Let them know that this is not a drama-filled channel. I don't do drama. It can be emotional roller coasters, yes, but it's not a drama-filled channel. I don't do arguments. I'm not calling out people, not even on the Tuesday show. We might talk about certain people and how we could heal them and help them or whatever, or how they can change their dynamic, especially on the Tuesday shows that comes up. The Today's Consciousness is every Tuesday in the conscious community. I'm going to talk about them. I have different people coming in. As a matter of fact, let me remind y'all who's coming in this Tuesday. We got the great Mfundishi Jehutamas coming in live and direct. And then on the 25th, we have Abundance Child by herself coming in to drop some knowledge for us on the Tuesday. And I got Asir coming in. I'm working on Queen of Four to come in to talk about today's consciousness in the conscious community. So that's going to be every Tuesday. Those who don't know, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. We got my brother coming in, Mfundishi from coming in. And then we got Abundance Child coming in after that. We got Abundance Child coming after that. So we got a lot of great things coming in for this month. A lot of great information coming in. And every Tuesday, it's a call-in show where y'all can call in or cam up or whatever. Every Tuesdays, we're doing this called Today's Consciousness in the Conscious Community. What happened and how can we change it and heal it? This is what we're dealing with. Because I'm about healing. I'm born under the misnomer sign called Aquarius, and I'm about helping and healing. That's the humanitarian sign. That's what I'm here to do. I don't know about anybody else, but that's what I'm here to do. Okay? All right, so let's go to another aspect of the word worm before I go into pursuit that, because I do have a whole lesson for pursuit. So I might be up here to an hour and a half. Let's put it like that. So y'all get ready. Get ready. I more than likely will be here for an hour and a half today. Let's share another screen, family. I want to share another screen about the spiritual meaning of the word worm. I want to share another screen. Okay, there it is. And I will put that in the chat also, where I'm getting this information from as I'm breaking down the word. Okay, so I will put that in the chat also Here it is, meaning of worm from the website called the astrology.com. Astrology.com. I think that's the website that Kateria Knowles promoted on Brother Rich's channel. Astrology.com. You know, looking up your astrology sign and all that. But they have a nice spiritual meaning of it too. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it real quick. If you don't mind, we're gonna get into it real quick. I just put it in the chat just in case you want to read those articles for yourself. I just put it in the chat. It's called astrology.com/spiritual meaning animal worm. Okay, that's an animal totem we're talking about. Okay, so let's look at this. Get rid of that. Okay, worm symbolizes, the worm has long been associated with transformation and renewal. Make a lot of sense, because remember that number 19 again. Remember what the number 19 is and what the number 10 is also. Remember what the number 19 and what the number 10 is. Now 10, because 19 adds up to a 10, that is the symbol of complete evolution. Complete evolution, manifestation on a higher phase of evolution. Also, it represents a whole new beginning, also because of that number 1 that it adds up to. So if the worm is connected to number 19 in the Chaldean system, the older system, the worm has been associated, as it's saying, the worm has been associated with transformation and renewal. It symbolizes rebirth and regeneration. Makes a lot of sense why it would add up to a number 19 or add up to a number 10. Makes a lot of sense. Again, the number 19 is the symbol of final accomplishments. It's the symbol. It's a highly favorable number that not only deals with self-confidence and paradigm shifter and leadership, but also it is a number of high level and remains respectful and also ambitious, about being respectful for yourself and others, but also ambitious. And again, because it adds up to the sun in tarot, the sun represents something that shines light onto things, but also it represents honor, happiness, success, esteem, high achievement. But because 19 adds up to 10, which is the wheel of fortune energy, which can go both ways, and that number 10 adds up to a number 1, which deals with new beginnings, new attitude. That worm is so important. Whenever you see a worm, reflect on its symbolism. Because hardly most time we don't see worms unless we come out early in the morning to do some grounding or whatever. But if you do see a worm, you just think on the level of the symbolism of the worm. It symbolized rebirth, regeneration, as it burrows through the earth, breaking down organic matter and creating fertile soil. The worm also represents the cyclical nature of life as it goes through stages of growth, dormancy, and renewal. The worm spirit animal encourages us to embrace change and transformation in our lives. It reminds us that even in the darkest and most challenging times, there is a potential for growth and renewal. The worm spirit animal teaches us to be resilient, adaptable, and patient as we navigate through life's challenges. Everybody put a number 9 in the chat. Please put a number 9 in the chat if you understand and understand why it's important to pay attention to when you see certain animals or certain creatures. Make sure you go and look it up to find out, why am I seeing a dragonfly today? Why am I seeing a worm today? Why am I seeing a bee today? Why am I seeing a deer today? Why am I seeing a possum today? Why am I seeing an unusual animal? If you start seeing spiders just popping up certain way, go check it out. Go look it up and find out the spiritual totem meaning of the words or the animal. The worm totem animal, those who have the worm as a totem, as their totem animal, are often resourceful and diligent. They have the ability to persevere through difficult times and find hidden opportunities for growth and transformation. Worm totem animals, people, are often connected to the earth and have deep respect for nature. Now, let me go to the board real quick. Why is this important? Let's look at the numerology of it. Why is this important? Because the word worm adds up to an earth number 6 in the Pythagorean system. And in the vowels of the word in the Pythagorean system, it adds up to a number 6. That's an earthly number of balance, harmony, truth, justice, beauty, respecting the earth. This is not coincidence. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not coincidence that even the mathematics of it is connected to the earth. The worm, the earth worm. The earth worm. Think about it. Think about it before you judge it. And I tell people all the times, numbers don't care if you believe in it or not. They work behind the scenes, whether you believe it or not, just like using this computer. Worm totem animal people are often connected to the earth. So if you're born under the number 6, or born on the 24th, or born on the 15th, that means you are connected to a worm total from a mathematical perspective. From the Pythagorean perspective. But if you're born on the 19th, the 10th, or the number 1 or the 28th of the month, you also connected to the worm as something that came here to reveal certain things to people. Shine light onto things. Say what you mean what you say. People born on the 19th, the 10th, the 1st, or the 28th of the month. Pay attention. So the worm totem animal people are often connected to the earth and have a deep respect for nature and its cycle. And because, again, the number 19 is the number of the sun, pay close attention to when you're sitting in the sun. Pay attention to the downloads or the uploads you get while walking in the sun. What ideals might come to you, even while you're grounding yourself. 6, the number 6 is the number of the earth, is an earth sign, an earth number. So even while you're grounding yourself, while sitting in the sun, pay attention to what ideas come to you and make sure you have a book to write things down. The worm power animal. The worm power animal provides the strength and endurance needed to overcome obstacles and challenges. It offers guidance on how to navigate through difficult situations with grace and perseverance. Those who call upon the worm as their power animal can tap into the energy of renewal and regeneration to bring about positive changes in their life. Now, there's a whole lot of stuff on here. I'm not going to go through that. Y'all can go through that link that I sent you, that I put in the chat. The link is in the chat right now. Go to the chat and get the link. If you don't know the link, this is the link right here. All right, so I'm going to take this down. I'm going to remove this. Stop sharing that. I'm going to remove that, and we're going to get ready to get into our lesson. But again, family, if you want to find out more information, if you are pursuing your spiritual depth and your spiritual growth, and you want to know, and let me show you a book that I would suggest that you get on totem animals. Now, it doesn't have all of the animals, but I'm going to show you. I've shown it before. It doesn't have all of the animals in it, but it has a good amount of the animals in the book. So I'm going to show you the book. Here's a good book called Totem Animals. Totem Animals by Cellular M. Gunn. Cellular or Cellular. Or Cellular. I know, how does Cellular Cruz. Cellular Cruz. She spells it like this too, Cellular Cruz. So this book is called Totem Animal. Take a picture of it. Totem Animal by Miss Gunn. That's Gunn with double N at the end. Miss Gunn. Totem Animal. Take a screenshot of it. Good book. I've had it for some years now. Very good book to study and research for yourself. And if you want to look up any totem animals connected to you, if you're constantly seeing certain animals, you could also Google and find out what animals connected to your particular zodiac. That's up to you through Chinese astrology, all of that. Go ahead and look it up. Find out your connection on multiple. And again, for religious-minded people, I'm talking to all you religious people out there. This type of stuff does not take you from your religion. It just allows you to expand on your spiritual growth and your spiritual journey while you're on this planet. That's all. Because this planet is the learning center. And let me tell you why Europeans taught us against it. They taught against it because they didn't want you to find yourself. They didn't want you to depend on your individual divinity. Although in their Bible says, ye are God's children of the Most High God. Although it tells you this. In different intervals of the Bible, it tells you in Psalms, it tells you in the book of John when Jesus says, isn't it not written that ye are gods? Isn't that written that ye are gods? What's wrong with you? But you got to really, really go and study and research and go look up any other book that you got on totem animals, or somebody mentioned Ted Andrews' Animal Speaks. Hey, go look up whatever you resonate with. Go ahead. Ted Andrews is a good writer too. I believe I have that book, but it was lost in my storage. Yeah, it was lost in the storage. So that book is out there. That's for sure. You know, so again, I don't like to recommend people books. I like to tell people whatever resonates with you, you go towards. Most of the books that I've ever gotten, I felt the energy of the book and I went to it. Because you might not agree with a Ted. You might not agree with a Stephen Farmer. You might not agree with Miss Gunn. Then you go ahead and Bobby Hemmett taught us this years ago. Sometimes we buy books just to read one chapter. Sometimes we buy a book just to read one verse. Sometimes we buy books just so we can read the title and have it so we can pass it on to somebody else. That's why I don't really like to recommend book lists and all that kind of stuff. That's why in my book, I have a bibliography in the back of all my books. So just in case, and then again, I will tell you, go Google it. Because one book, a book might be meant for that person, might not be meant for you. That part. See, you could. There's it's just like if me and Neil deGrasse Tyson is sitting together, he might like a very deeply scientific book with all the scientific jargons. He born October 5th. He's an educator. He's into astrophysics and all that kind of stuff. But I might just want the simplicity of it. I want somebody to break it down as simple as I possibly can understand. That's him because of his level and depth of information. And that's me from my level and depth of information. I like people to keep it plain and simple. That's why I thrive to keep it plain and simple right here on my channel all the time. Okay, so make use of this spiritual blood moon and lunar eclipse. Make use of it. And I put the articles in the chat just in case. But I'll show the article from glamourmagazine.com/UK .co.uk article blood moon, a blood worm moon for 2025. Go ahead and go and research it for yourself. But again, go with your own intuition in anything that you look up. Because I don't put nothing on here or teach any lessons that don't move my spirit to do that. I don't just put up anything. I really go and research it. I'll go to ChatGPT. I will go to Google. I will write my own notes. I will go into my books before I do this. And usually it takes me an hour to do it because I'm so used to doing it. It takes me an hour, probably an hour and a half to go over it and see what I'm going to do and how I'm going to present it to you. But my spirit have to be compelled to teach something like what I'm about to teach now. Okay, so it's 42 minutes in. We are 42 minutes in right now. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to go to the lesson that I officially came here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to erase the word worm. I don't want it up here. I don't want it to distract me. I'm going to erase the word worm because I don't want it to distract me. Pursuit of happiness is the next part of the lesson. All right. 42 minutes in. It is now 1:52 on the East Coast. We'll be back after these messages, family. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We'll be back with the Pursuit of Happiness right here on King Simon Presents Only Quality People.
Today's consciousness, today's consciousness, today's consciousness. What happened and how can we change it? From the pristine position that we held in today's consciousness, here's a new show just for you every Tuesday called Today's Consciousness. Be there and enjoy all the great special guest stars that will be passing through on a new show called Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness. Are you ready to address all the things that are going on? And how can we heal today's consciousness? Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness. Right here on KSP TV. Today's Consciousness. What happened and how can we change it?
Eye Opener Productions presents Magical Kemet Revisited, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025, from 1:30 p.m. till 7 p.m. In honor of our previous Magical Kemet event 14 years ago, we once again bring you Master Teacher M. Fundishi, J. Hootie Mess, and Professor Kaba Kamene.
In ancient Kemet, they had showed that that's not a star there. I know it's a nebula. And a nebula gives birth to stars. And so Sirius A comes from that nebula. And then the ancient Kemet-u said, we also come from that nebula. That birthed our star. So this gets really deep. So we're going to, I'm telling people, bring some boots, because it's going to get real deep. We're going in real deep.
In calling, you are now going to understand that it is time now to move back and get back onto the path of Ma'at. And on the path of Ma'at is where you are on your road to your destiny and what you were called for. And the longer that you go on this road, as you become an elder and you get more mature and you're moving through, your journey becomes clearer.
Make sure you get your tickets in advance for $30. Tickets will be sold at the door for $40. For tickets, scan this code or go to magicalkemet.eventbrite.com. We will be at the Long Island University, Brooklyn campus, Health Science Building. Enter at the gate on Flatbush Extension between DeKalb and Willoughby.
It's your girl Sandy Daly, and it's reggae and world music's biggest night of honor, the 42nd Annual International Reggae and World Music Awards, IRAMA, hosted by legendary comedian, actor, and lifetime honoree Oliver Samuels, with performances from Nigel Boy, Belize legend Lloyd Rayburn, Richie Stephens, Everton Blender, D'Angel, and a galaxy of other reggae and world music acts. Going down at the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, South Florida, Sunday, March 30th, 2025, with celebrity red carpet arrivals at 6 p.m. For a limited time, get 50% discounted tickets now at irama.com. Or to become a sponsor, email iramasponsor@gmail.com. Sponsored by Broward County, Florida Cultural Division, Tough Gong International, VP Records, Reggae Festival Guide, Elite Chauffeurs Florida, and so many others. Powered by Martin's International, bringing nations together through music and culture.
It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now.
Welcome back, family. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yes, we have an extraordinary lesson for y'all today, a lesson plan for y'all today. You know, we got an extraordinary lesson plan for y'all today. Hold on, let me make sure it's all in the front and ready. Let me make sure I got it ready for you. Oh, yes. Again, family, please share with people that are interested in not the drama, but the healing. Please share with those who are interested, not the drama, but in the healing. Let me say that again, family. Please share with those who are interested, not the drama. They're here with the healing. I'm not a bottom feeder. I don't like I don't like the trauma bond. I'm not into the trauma the trauma porn out there. I don't do it. I don't promote it. I will not promote it. There's enough channels doing that on their own. I'm not going to do it. All right. Just want to make sure y'all understand that this channel is about the ministry of Numerovation. And those that are new to my channel, remember, Numerovation means motivating with the numbers that you are connected with, but also the words that we say out of our mouth. Remember Chris Tuck, you hear the words that are saying out of my mouth, coming out of my mouth? Those words are important. The words that come out of your mouth is important because remember the saying, which they lied to us, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. Sticks and stones definitely will break your bones, but words can also hurt you also, especially if you're telling children deplorable things over years and disrespectful things over the years to make them become less of themselves. Then they'll grow up feeling that way. That's why there's so many people that come to me for consultation that don't feel that they have it, that they don't believe in themselves. Believe in yourself. Go ahead, go watch The Wizard of Oz. Believe in yourself. Go believe in yourself. You're looking at a man that almost took his life because I didn't believe in the beautiful color of my skin. Almost unalived myself because I didn't believe my family or my friends like me. Until I got blessed to be introduced and blissed to be introduced to the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad through the 5% Nation. And when they said, who is the original man? That first lesson, 1 to 10, who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe, father of civilization, some may say. And when that was said to me at 14 years old, it changed me from not loving this to loving it even more. And sometimes information and knowledge just needs to be just that spark needs to be dropped into our children. Just that spark needs to be dropped into our teenagers. Just that spark needs to be dropped into them. You might not want to join the nations of God and earth, the 5% nation of God and earth. You might not want to join the nation of Islam. You might not want to join any organization. But if you can take their lessons that will stimulate who you are to be your best, even if you're in religion, go find the quotes that leads to prosperity. That's why I love Reverend Ike. That's why I love Reverend Charles Barker. That's why I love people that promote prosperity. Not disparity, not disparaging things that's going to lead us down a negative road, making me hate myself and all that. Don't listen to these people that make you hate yourself. Don't listen to the people that always want to bring the drama and trauma. Don't listen to these people. Now, if that's what you into, you want to listen to the ratchetness and you want to listen to that and things that, duct tape your grandmama and kill your mama music, that's you. But if you're going to listen to that, make sure you offset it with some positive stuff, at least before you go to bed. As soon as you get up, put the positive stuff. And a lot of people don't believe that positive stuff is sexy enough to be promoted. That's why you don't see that much of it in the news. In the early portion of the news, they always giving you at least 16 to 25 minutes of negative stuff. That's why I don't watch the news. My grandfather loves the news. My mom loved the news. That's why every time I used to go to Jamaica, my grandfather said, don't go up the street there, they will kill you. Don't go our road, they will kill you. Watch out when you cross the street, they will kill you. Don't go to country too late, they will kill you. Really? Almost got me afraid of myself to the point I had to say, nah. So when I got older and I came back to Jamaica, my grandfather tried to warn me, don't drive, because I rented a car. It's like 17, 18 years of age. I rented a car, I'm going to drive. Y'all ain't stopping me. I'm going to go enjoy myself. What, you want me to stay up in this house? Are you serious? I wasn't wearing jewelry and attracting negative stuff, so why should I be afraid? So don't let people put that fear in you to not live your life. Live your life. And if your life is just being at peace, staying in your own home, then go ahead, do that. Live your life. Live your life. Live your life. I'm talking to people on Instagram. I'm talking to people on Facebook. I'm talking to people on YouTube. If you're tuning in, locked in, live your life. But make sure you live your life productively. Make sure you live your life, somebody called Astro Revolutionary. Live your life in a revolutionary means of positive productivity. Be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. So that's what I thrive to do right here on the Ministry of Numerovation. King Simon presents. And yeah, you're going to hear people on this show say a few controversial things. You might hear people call in and say a few controversial things about the conscious or the conscientious, today's consciousness and today unconscious. And yeah, I want that. I want it to come out. But then we have to put a spin on it, on how we can heal it, or at least how we can guide our young peoples to heal, to be better and do what they have to do in their own way. That's what's important to me. And then don't worry, this Sunday, I have this beautiful sister, Cinnamon, coming in to speak about grandma's secrets and grandpa's wisdom. Because you know your grandmama and your grandpa had some secrets, but they also had wisdom. They had some knowledge that can guide you, that can help you to heal yourself from sickness and all that. So I got this sister that's about to come out with her new book called Grandma's Secrets. An art of living a traditional life in a modern world. So it's important to me on this channel. I'm not going to do what Tasha K do. That's what she got 1 million followers for. Good for her. And I'm a #1 just like her. I can do that. I got dirt on everybody, including myself, which I've said right here on this channel. I've told people that I used to party and have swingers parties and all that. I've said that live on this channel. So I'm not afraid to tell my madness. I told people that I wasn't in my children's life because I was chasing entertainment. I ain't afraid I used to smoke weed and drink weed. I ain't afraid to tell people that, because if you tell everybody all your stuff, like Eminem did in 8 Mile, they can't throw it back at you. They can remix it on YouTube and do all that. But at the end of the day, everybody that know me know I ain't afraid to tell people my stuff. God damn it, I'm just like Corey Holcomb. God damn it, I'll tell you my stuff. I ain't got no time to be people throwing nothing back at me, because I know what I went through. I know what other people went through. I know where I was at those times. So this ministry is a representation of a entity that you're looking at called King Simon that has grown up. King Simon is not that person, Anthony Tyrone Anthony back in those days. That person is gone, to tell you the truth. But who I am, remember, I got 2 middle names, Anthony and Simon. And Simon means to listen to hear. That's what Simon means. To listen comes from the word isma, means to listen, to hear. King means to kith and kin, generational connection, because I am a kith and kin to other promoters. Not just because of royalty and that's the word came. Remember, y'all got to look at the etymology of these words and the meaning, and teach your children about the meaning. Teach your children about etymology, whatever you want to put on, the etymon of things. Teach the children about the chronology, the history, because like Professor James Small says, when you teach the history, you erase the mystery. When you teach the history, and that's why I have Infundishi coming on Today's Consciousness on Tuesday, teaching about Kemetic and the magical Kemet. This man has been teaching for over 30 to 40 years. He's a grandmaster, not just of Kemetic science, but also martial artist. Then I got this sister from Haiti and Africa, fathers from Africa, mothers from Haiti. She's coming on. She'll be speaking at the Magical Kemet also. So I can't wait to have these glorious individuals on my show to serve the greater good. And believe me, nobody that come on my show is perfect. Dr. Valentine said that earlier. Nobody is perfect. Hell, everybody got their flaws. Everybody, they got their issues in their tissues. Everybody got it, including people that say it. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not perfect. No, man, I've been through my dirt. I did my stuff. Yeah, exactly. So the ministry of numerovation is to help you be better with yourself, but recognizing that the numbers connected to your birthday, your name, and the words that we say. Also, because if you call a child a biatch, 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 or a nigga all their life, then they're going to act and carry themselves in such a way. Thus, you start seeing children doing craziness on the streets and all that. I want to big up Olga for sending that donation for through PayPal. Thank you, Olga. And remember, family, I'm not selfish. That's why I come on here freely to teach. Yes, I have to pay for StreamYard. Yes, I have to pay this and pay that. Yes, I have to pay for the electricity and all that. Of course, I got to do that. But when you send currency to any channel, this is what I want y'all to say. Currency is circulating back to me and those who support me a trillion folds. Because remember, you're not supposed to spend money. You're supposed to circulate money. Let it come back. And the more you say, I say it even when I get up in the morning. Currency, energy, money is energy. Bitcoin is energy. Cryptocurrency is energy. Gold is energy. Silver is energy. Currency is circulating back to me. And those who support me 1,000 or 1,000,000,000,000 fold. That means I'm wishing you the best when you support me. Also, so if you put in a super chat or do a super sticker, I'm wishing you the best, that it come back to you, and words reverberate throughout the universe. So when you say it out loud or you say it in your mind, currency is circulating back to me 1,000 folds or 1,000,000,000 folds. Big up to Felicia Harden. What's up, Felicia? From Happy. So you gotta, when people are donating to you, always say these words. Currency is circulating back to me. And those who support me 1,000,000,000 folds. Say those words. Because those words are reverberating through the universe. And my currency might come back to me through my book sales. Y'all, people buying my books because I get the residuals every month. And now that I got the ebooks, people want it directly to their email. They get an ebook. Look at all the ebooks I have. Look at all the ebooks I have. Look at all the ebooks I have. And then I got a special going on right now for the month of March for Women's History or Women's History Month. March special. Text 347-496-1022 for payment information. Limited signed copies of my book. And I'm note only for those in the United States because they're charging too much. I don't know, since Trump came into office, they charging $30 to send one of my books to Canada. You sending me $30, $36, and then I gotta pay $30 to send a book to Canada? It didn't make no sense to me. So if you want to get anything of my books, Amazon goes to Canada. So please go to Amazon and order the book. Amazon, order the book. They'll handle that custom stuff. I don't do that. I can't do that. Not that way. And all my books are available on Amazon. Also, my children's books and all that. So, and big up to my girl Felicia Harden from Happy Films. Hey boo, hey boo, okr, boo. She's so silly. She a Virgo. August Virgos, man, they are funny. And big up to Color Curiosity in the chat, man. Her birthday coming up on the 17th, so make sure y'all support Color Curiosity. Let her feng shui your life, per-unk your life. All of that. Let her do that. Spiritual alignment your life during this Piscean season. Call her, text her, and let her know that King Simon sent you. And one more thing before we move on. I see there's a lot of people on here and people are donating. Thank you very much for your donate. eWork, what's up? Thank you very much for your donate. I know people, if you want to donate, you could go to the top of the link, the top of the chat. I also have the donation buttons through PayPal. And okay, you could also do super sticker. Just press that $sign at the bottom of your screen there, and you could do a super sticker or whatever. Let me keep that rolling on the bottom. You can circulate your love through super sticker and super chat also. And let me say this. Those who don't have the funds right now, they're not thinking in abundance. It's all right. Just watch 15 to 20 to 30 seconds of a commercial that shows up on my channel, and they will share that money. As long as the commercial has been watched for 15 to 30 seconds, they will also circulate money towards the channel. I noticed that even yesterday. I noticed that even through the Phil Valentine podcast broadcast that I got. Anytime you watch at least 15 to 30 seconds, they also support, just in case you can't donate through Super Sticker or PayPal or whatever that I'm putting up there. And remember, I got a lot of Patreon. I got a lot of Patreon stuff going on too. Go to my Patreon page, King Simon Productions, Patreon. Exclusive content. As a matter of fact, the complete interview with Dr. Phil Valentine recently is up there. I only put a portion of it right now on the public channel. But the complete one, when people started calling in and asking questions and giving their views, that's on the channel, the Patreon channel right now. So make sure you support that. All right. So let me continue with the lesson that we're teaching here. And thanks to everybody that's showing love, spreading word, spreading love to me via PayPal and all that. Again, big up to Olga. Big up to Olga. I like that name because there was a beautiful woman that my cousin used to date named Olga in Canada. And she was always very sweet to me, very respectful to me. So big up to you, Olga. The way you support me, I can tell that you're very sweet and you're very loving, you're very nice. Thank you very much for your support all the time. And that reminds me of my dear friend, my cousin's former girlfriend named Olga. So big up to her, wherever she is on this planet. Big up to her from Canada. Okay. And big up to Mama Love, showing love. All right, let's go to the board. The word pursuit, the words pursuit of happiness. Now, let me set the premise in this first. Let's set the premise first. Thank you, Mama Love. I guess that's you, Mama Love. I guess that's you. Thank you very much, Mama Love. Mama Love. Mama Love. Mama Love. You can you can Mama Love. Mama Love. You know, I love Dr. Love. You know, you remember that song, Dr. Love? Dr. Love, Dr. Love, you can. I used to love that song, Dr. Love. Well, every time that song came on in my house, we started dancing and grooving. You should do a whole theme song for yourself, Mama Love. Mama Love, you can. Yeah, every time you come out the door, Mama Love, you should play that theme song, Mama Love. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. You know, like Jack Spade and I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker, and all that kind of movies. You got to have a theme song, Mama Love. You got to have a theme song, girl. And I think Mama Love will be a good remix for you. Instead of Dr. Love, say Mama Love. Every time you walk out that door, Mama Love. That means every time Mama Love steps out the doors, all she does is spread love. Mama Love, Mama Love. All she do is spread her love. Every time she sees someone, Mama Love, ooh, Mama Love. I'm trying to let you know. What you need to know. She said, I know that. That's right. You got that right. Mama Love. Go ahead. Mama Love. Go spread love like Dr. Love. I love that song, Dr. Love. Who sung that song? Let me find out who sung Dr. Love. Hold on one second. I got to find out. I never looked this up. Let me find out who wrote the song Dr. Love. Dr. Love, not Dr. Be Serious now. Dr. Love. Dr. Love. Here's the song. First Choice. Yes, First Choice. Beautiful ladies. 3 beautiful ladies named First Choice. Written in 1977. Wow. First Choice, written in 1977. Okay. It adds up to a 24. 24 is the number 6. 6 is the healing number. I can't make this up. Oh my gosh. Look at this. It's written in 1977. 1977 adds up to 24. 24 is a 6. 6 is the number of love, balance, harmony, truth, justice, reciprocity. They sang, Dr. Love, Dr. Love. Wow. I keep on telling you, numbers work behind the scenes, and it lets you know about the patterns, cycles, and sequences in your life. What? It can't be a coincidence that the year this song was released, 1977, it adds up to a 24, which is a number 6. which adds up, which is number 6 is the number of love, balance, harmony, family, truth, justice, reciprocity, healing. I mean, I can't make this stuff up. I really can't make this up. Right in my face, this is happening. Right in my face. Right in my face. This is happening right now. Wow, man, it's bringing tears to my eyes, man. I mean, I'm just letting you know how numbers are a guide if you listen to it, if you pay attention to it. Numbers is a guide. It's not here to control you. It's here to guide you. Everybody put the number 6 in the chat. Put the number 6 in the chat if you understand and understand that numbers came to guide you, not control you. It's just like a GPS. You put your address, which has numbers, and you put the name of the place, and then it triangulates what's going on. Let you know what's going on. Police activity. There's a deer in the road. If you got a good GPS, it'll take you there. Real talk. Real talk. Numbers is here to guide you, not take you away. That's why when I do my sessions, I don't just give you the joyous part of your numbers. I have to give you your power numbers, and I have to give you your challenge numbers when you book a session with me. When you book a session with me, I have to give you both sides so you'll know how to navigate better and mitigate through this society, through this world, through this realm. When you book a session with me. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I do what I do. That's why I love what I do. I'm like Popeye. Popeye the sailor man. Poo poo. You got because he love his spinach. That's why he ate spinach. All right, good. All right, so let's get into the lesson real quick. Boom. Let's get into the lesson before we get into the words. King Simon's notes and lesson. Life, this is online research. Anytime you see anything on my board or on my my PowerPoint with red on it, that's an online literacy. I'll say, okay, so life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness is a famous phrase from the United States Declaration of Independence, ratified on July 4th, 1776. It states that all Americans, not one American, not two American, not just all Americans, have these unalienable rights, which the Declaration says are God-given and governments are meant to protect. The pursuit of happiness. The phrase provides 3 examples of these rights. Now, did y'all know that Thomas Jefferson replaced the original pursuit of estate with the pursuit of happiness, according to online research? Did y'all know this? How many of y'all knew that Thomas Jefferson replaced the original saying pursuit of estate with the pursuit of happiness, which estate is dealing with property ownership, the being able to galvanize and hold a lot of property and all that, to pursue as much property as you want. But they changed it from the pursuit of estate to pursuit of happiness, according to. Did y'all know this? Please put the number 1 if y'all knew this, that Thomas Jefferson was the one that replaced the original saying pursuit of estate. So it would have said life, liberty, and the pursuit of estate. But now it is called the pursuit of happiness. And happiness can be anything: buying land, relationship, family, whatever. Pursuit of happiness. Happiness in general means having food, clothing, and shelter. I guess that from his perspective. I'm just it's just my opinion. That's why he changed it. Just my opinion. But you could look that up and Google it up. But the lesson, a spiritual and physical perspective of the quote pursuit of happiness. We're focusing on the pursuit of happiness, and you're going to find very interesting mathematical meanings behind this. The pursuit of happiness is more than just a desire of joy. It is a deep spiritual journey and a physical experience that shapes our reality. It reflects the quest for inner peace, fulfillment, and purpose, as well as mental, emotional, and physical well-being. How many of you are really in the pursuit of happiness? if you are really in the pursuit of happiness, put the number 9 in the chat. There's a reason why I told y'all to put the number 9 in the chat. If you are really about this happiness, I want to big up to the people that are supporting me via Venmo. Felicia, thank you very much for sending me some love via Venmo. Thank you very much, Felicia, for sending me. Felicia, thank you very much for sending me love via Venmo. Thank you very much. That's my girl from Hoppy. She sent me Venmo love. Thank you very much, Felicia. I'm so in love with my dear Felicia for all that she's done and all that she's gone through in her life. If y'all want to find out what she's gone through in her life, either go through. I interviewed Felicia back in the day, and she told us about her bout with cancer and all that. I hope she don't mind me talking about that. And she's a survivor. And I love Felicia for just surviving and doing what she does. So this is very important. Let's go to the numbers. Why I asked everybody to put the number 9 in the chat. Very important. Look at this. The words pursuit of happiness adds up to a number 90. 9 plus 0 adds up to 9. 9 is the number of humanitarian service. 9 is the number of humanitarian service, the need to be of service. So when you're in the pursuit of happiness, you're supposed to serve humanity on a higher level. Now, there's a negative to the number 9, which could be very devastating, very destructive, very warmongering. So some people are pursuing happiness by killing and warring with other people because 9 is a warring number. It's connected to the zodiac, the planet Mars. And it's connected to Aries. People don't realize how powerful the number 9 is. People don't realize how powerful the number 9 is. And in the Chaldean system, pursuit of happiness adds up to a number 84. 8 and 4 are the disciplinary numbers. So in order for you to pursue of happiness or be in the pursuit of happiness, you have to have discipline. You have to have structure, and you have to recognize assets, because 8 is a number of assets, and leaving liabilities alone, because the negative of the number 8 and the 4 is allowing liability to take over your life, because the 8 and the 4 in their own perspective are disciplinary order structural numbers. One dealing with money and power and currency circulating, and the other one dealing with building aspect, the 8 and the 4. Then 8 and 4 adds up to 12, which is 1 and 2. 1 deals with creativity, 2 deals with compassion, 3 deals with expansion and growth. So you got to have discipline, order, structure, building, and creativity and compassion in order for you to expand and grow. I'm telling you the story here. 8, 4, 1, 2, and 3 tells you a story. That's what I'm trying to share with you. Again, please like, subscribe, and share this with other people. Let them know King Simon ain't joking with these words. King Simon ain't joking with these words. Because words have sound, words have power. Words came to teach us and guide us if we're open to it. So please like, subscribe, and share with family and friends. I don't want you to share with people that ain't ready for this. Share it with family and friends that may be on a spiritual journey and they need to learn how to use words, how to use their name. If your name adds up to a number 90, if your name adds up to a number 84, if your first, middle, and last name adds up to these numbers, it's also signifying discipline, order, structure, or the need to expand and grow through your creativity, your creative compassion. Or it says you need to finish what you start. And because zero is behind the number 9, it adds protection. It adds infinite potential. 0 is a very powerful number when it's fun. That's why when I see zeros behind any number, whether it's the 10, the 20, the 30, the 40, the 50, the 60, the 70, 80, the 90, even if you're born under those numbers, even if your name adds up to those numbers, even if your birthday adds up to those numbers, anytime I see 0, you always have to be very aware of the extremities of life that you can go through in your life. People that are born on the 10th, the 20th, the 30th, they can be very extreme with what they do. Check out Daniel Pina. Daniel Pina was born August the 10th. Check out Brother Polite. He was born August the 10th. He went to the extreme. People born on the 20th. People like Rihanna is born on the 20th. What's his name? Spike Lee is born on March 20th. Rihanna born February 20th. Snoop Dogg is born on May 20th. KRS-One is born October 20th. KRS-One is born August 20th. I'm sorry. KRS-One is born August 20th. No, Snoop Dogg is born October 20th, I believe. Yeah, he born October 20th. Busta Rhymes is born May 20th. Anything they did was on extreme levels. And they were master number potentials and became masters because 0 adds a certain potential of mastery behind any number that it follows. 0. Any number that it follows. So if you're dealing with pursuit of happiness and it adds up to a 90, you're supposed to finish it and complete it to its highest protective infinite level because of the 0 behind it. Now, in the word happiness, pay attention. In the word happiness alone, in the word happiness, do you notice the master numbers? 77, because of the double P's connected. The master numbers, 11, 33, 77, 88. All of this is about healing, because in order for us to be happy, these different master numbers is alerting that the word is, look at that. The word happiness adds up to 44, which happiness, the number 44 is the number of the order, paying attention to the order of the universe, or allowing the order of the universe to guide you. 44. 77 is telling you to adapt, but be spiritually adaptive in whatever you do. Don't just settle for one form of spirituality. Learn all of them and adapt and take what you need to be your best self. 88 is a number of discipline and order, but it says prepare and make sure you prepare what you do, plan what you do, and make sure you're disciplined in what you do. 11 is the spiritual portal of downloads and insight that comes to you. It's the equilibrium between the physical and spiritual realm. And 33 is the number of healers, teachers, guides. It's called the Christ consciousness energy. So within the word happiness, you have all these master numbers, and it adds up to a master number. If you understand what I'm saying, put one of these master numbers in the chat. You could put 44, 77, 88, 33, 11, any one of those master numbers in the chat. Whatever you resonate with, you put it in the chat. I resonate with 11 all the time because I'm born under that number 1. Put it in the chat if you resonate with what I'm saying. So in order for you to be happy or have happiness, all these master number frequencies is opening the way for you if you allow them to. Put it in there. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. In the mother flipping chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I didn't say put it in your mouth. I said put it in your chat. I know people keep sounding crazy as hell. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So the pursuit of happiness has a whole lot of frequency around it. But at the end of the day, when I added up the 9 plus the 3, it added up to 12. Still, in order for you to be happy or have happiness, or you want to pursue the hidden number between 9 and 3 is 12. And 12 is a number of speaking up, is one of the numbers that says you have to speak up in a timely fashion. You have to be creative. You have to be compassionate about what you do. You have to be, and then you will expand and grow. So the pursuit of happiness is so important. The word pursuit adds up to a number 34, which is a 7. 7 is the number of the law of attraction. In the Chaldean system, it adds up to a number 30. 30 is the mental superiority number. But because 0 is behind it again, it adds extremity of growth, extremity of protection, because the number 3 deals with being jovial and happy. So in your pursuit, you have to be jovial. You have to be happy. You have to be spiritual. You have to be willing to attract it. You have to communicate, because 3 and 4 are the communication number. So in order for you to pursue anything, if you're in the pursuit of anything, you got to be happy and jovial. And remember, the 0 deals with protection at the end of the number 30. And then 3 deals with expansion and growth. You can expand in your pursuit. Pursuit of happiness. This is what we're thriving to do every day. It's in your Declaration of Independence, pursuit of happiness. I just shared that with you. In the lesson here. Liberty, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This is our God-given and governmental right. And the government is supposed to protect it. So I'm not teaching this just to teach it, because this is supposed to be protected if you're living in this place called the Americas. The pursuit of happiness is more than just a desire of joy, for joy. It's a deep spiritual journey and a physical experience that shapes our reality. It reflects the quest for inner peace, fulfillment, and purpose, as well as mental, emotional, and physical well-being. It's a spiritual perspective of the pursuit of happiness. There is a spiritual perspective, especially because you got all the master number frequencies all over this thing. All of the mathematics is in here. I'm loving it. Number one, happiness is an inner state, not an external destination. Many spiritual traditions teach that happiness is not found in material things, but within the soul. True joy comes from alignment with one's higher self, gratitude, and living with purpose. Are you living on your highest and wisest purpose, people? Are you grateful for what you have, people? Are you living with purpose? If you are doing so, please put the number 33 in the chat. Please put the number 33, because true joy comes from alignment with one's higher self, gratitude, and living with purpose. And you don't have to have $1 million and billions of dollars, because there's people with millions and billions of dollars that are just not living happy at all. They're miserable. Their children are miserable. Some of them are drug addicts. You know, one of the richest families, their son was on crack and coke, and he had to go to rehabilitation. I'm not even going to say their name. So that richness did not help him. The pursuit of happiness is actually the pursuit of inner peace, love, and spiritual enlightenment. That is the pursuit of happiness. And then everything else will fall into place. Whatever you really desire, whatever you really want. If I just want to be comfortable and be good for the rest of my life, and I don't want $1 billion, I'm cool with that. But if I want $1 trillion or $1 billion, maybe that $1 trillion is coming in energetic form. Maybe I'm providing $1 trillion of energy that can help other people, because I'm just a respectful magi of numerovation. I'm just here to convey the message. What you do with the message, that's up to you. And believe me, it works, which I realize, because I've had so many clients that have come back to me. Lloyd Strayhorn has had so many clients that have come back to him. Other people that's been in these different modalities have had other clients, celebrity clients that have come to them and say, yo, thank you very much for that advice. One client texted me and told me I won't believe that I'm following him. And when I checked that he was following me on Instagram, and he called me and he said, brother, I love what you're doing. I love the nuances that you wouldn't believe who that was. And I'm not going to say, because that's confidentiality. That was between me and him. You wouldn't believe that he said he watched me on Billy Carson's show, and he watched what I was teaching, and he loved what I'm doing. And he said the last thing he said to me, he said, yo, you're necessary, my brother. You're necessary. And I don't have as much money as him. I'm not as rich as him, but I'm already energetically rich. I'm already, and that's what you got to bear witness to, because again, the pursuit of happiness is actually the pursuit of inner peace, love, and spiritual enlightenment. Teach your children that. And all of that will fall in together. All of their talents, gifts, and skills, and the money and finance that they need will fall right into place. Because if you give your children or young people money without them having the discipline or understanding of the pursuit of happiness being inner peace, love, and spiritual enlightenment, then they will be allowing their boyfriends to point guns at them. And they say, oh, yeah, I trust you. Go ahead, pull the trigger. Or they'll be saying all kinds of craziness online because they don't understand inner peace, love, and spiritual enlightenment. High vibrational energy, number 2, attracts joy. A lot of these people that's out there, quote unquote celebrities, are pretending to be happy, but going through a whole lot of craziness. They could have millions and millions of dollars, millions and millions of people showing them love. And look at Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe wanted the world to love her, and she still died unhappy. Thank you very much, Jesse Garrett, for spreading love. Thank you very much for spreading that donation. Thank you very much, Jesse. Jesse love. Go ahead, Jesse Garrett. Do your thing. All right. Thank you very much for spreading love. So 2, high vibrational energy attracts joy. High vibrational energy attracts joy. Let me say that again for the people in the back of the universe. High vibrational energy attracts joy. Happiness is a high vibrational state that aligns with divine energy. Whether you call it God, Allah, Jehovah, whatever you want to call it. Happiness is a high vibrational state that aligns with divine energy. How many of you believe or know that your creator, whether you call it God, Allah, Jah, wants you to be happy? Please put the number 1 in the chat. Please put the number 1 in the chat. Does your creator want you to be happy? Put the number 1 in the chat. Do you believe that your creator wants you to be happy? Put the number 1 in the chat right now. Cooley said, won't he do it? Yes, he and she will. I don't care if you believe your creator is an alien. I don't care. If you believe your creator is an alien, wouldn't your creator want you to be happy? Creator might be an alien to you for real, because you don't know what that creator is. You don't even know what it really is. We got pictures and drawings from men and women that tells us who the creator was, but we really don't know who the creator is. We really don't. We don't know what that creator looks like. We've been taught that it looked like this and it looked like that. You go to Asia, it looks Asian. You go to Europe, it looks European. You go to Africa, it looks African. You go to indigenous cultures, it looks indigenous. Go to the ant world, the queen is their creator. You go to the bee world, the bee is their creator. You go to the spider world, the spider is their creator. They don't care. So happiness is a high vibrational state that aligns with divine energy. When we choose love, gratitude, and kindness, we raise our frequency and attract positive experiences. So I need everybody to raise their frequency right now from 0 to 10. Raise your frequency. Play a frequency tone. Whatever you got to pray, whatever you got to do, raise your frequency, because when we choose love, gratitude, and kindness, we raise our frequency and attract positive experiences. The law of attraction suggests that happiness attracts more happiness. What we radiate, we receive. That's a good mantra. What we radiate, we receive. What we radiate, we receive. What we radiate, we receive. Are you radiating happiness? Because all of our life, they kept on saying, misery loves company. Misery loves company. Hurt people hurts people. Hurt people hurts people. Damn it, heal people heals people. Happiness loves company. I'm flipping all of that. I'm not going to say that. Happiness love, misery love company. Oh, well, damn it, happiness love company. Why do I have to keep on saying misery love company? I hear Charlemagne on the Breakfast Club. Oh, hurt people hurts people. All right. So what about heal people heals people? Let's do that now. Let's flip that. Let's make that a mantra. Heal people heals people. And I put that in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability. Heal people heals people. I put that in my book. I made sure I put that in book. Let's flip it. Because if we don't flip it, we're gonna die in it. If we don't flip it for the beautiful aspect of heals people instead of hurt people. Maybe that person that hurt you is revealing a lesson you needed to learn so you can heal you. That part. Maybe that miserable person is revealing a part of you that needs to turn that misery into happiness. That part. Let's flip it. Flip it. Flip it. Put the word flip it. Thank you very much. Boom. Put the word flip it in the chat. Let's flip it. Happy people heals happy people. Happy people loves happiness. Happy people love happiness. Happy people love happiness. Let's keep on flipping it. What we radiate, we receive. What we radiate, we receive. Number 3, purpose and fulfillment lead to true happiness. Purpose and fulfillment leads to true happiness, whether it's on a small, mediocre level or whether it's a high level. Do not take none of it for granted. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Many believe that happiness is found in achievements, relationships, or possession, but these are temporary. We can't go nowhere with them. Please, did Irv Gotti leave with all his riches? Did they bury him with all his riches? Did King Tut get buried with all his riches? And yes, he did get buried, but I'm sure he couldn't go to the other realm with it. Yes, King Tut did get buried with all his riches. And then people started pillaging and started stealing from his tomb. Yes, you can go to your grave with all your riches. Definitely can. But that spirit is not going to be able to take it with it on the other side. The gold is going to stay right there. The silver going to stay right there. Now, energetically, that's why I love the movie. Dreams that may what dreams may come with Robin Williams. And I've heard a lot of metaphysical teachers teach on this, that you can paint your own reality just by the thoughts that you're producing in this realm. Because thoughts are things, and thoughts come from a spiritual part of you. So if you can paint your own reality, and even in your dreams, you can be intentionally building your own spiritual world in your dreams. So by the time you leave this realm, I done built the whole numerovational theme park. Everything, all the rides are numbers. You're riding on numbers and vibrations and frequencies and all that kind of stuff. What dreams may come with Robin Williams. Very good movie to watch. Robin Williams was in it, and so was Cuba Gooding Jr. as one of the angels or one of the frequencies or energies or entities in there. Very good movie. What Dreams May Come. Go check that out. Very good movie if you look at it from a deeper perspective. That's why I study movies. I study what they're saying in the movies. I got some ideas to teach on here from Raymond Reddington and the Blacklist. Some of the ideas I listened to and I said, that's something good to teach on. I'll hear Reverend Ike say something. I'll hear Tony Robbins say something. I hear Lisa Nichols say something. I hear the Declaration of Independence said this. Pursuit of happiness. So I said, let me teach on that, because I was reading through the Declaration of Independence because of a channel that I was watching that was teaching on certain things. One of the Morris brothers was getting it in. And I said, the pursuit of happiness, that'll be something good to teach on. That's how usually I come up with a lot of ideas from something I might see on the street or something, just walking around and seeing things and paying attention to my spirit saying, yeah, you should teach on that. Boom, go ahead. Go break down the numbers to that. That's how I move. And I think that's how we all should learn how to move in navigating in this realm. So many believe that happiness is found in achievement, relationship, and possession, but these are temporary. Long-lasting happiness comes from fulfilling one's spiritual purpose, growing, and giving back to others. It's reciprocal. That's why happiness, the word happiness, has all has all these master numbers in it, master number frequencies. Have all these master number frequencies. That's why the word happiness has all of these master number frequencies. There's a reason. This is not coincidental. It's mathematical. It's not coincidental. It's mathematical. Long-lasting happiness comes from fulfilling one's spiritual purpose, growing and giving back to others. All of this deals with that. All the master numbers deal with that from their own aspect, especially the master number 33 in the word happiness. The soul finds joy in meaningful work, self-expression, and connection to the universe. Let me ask the audience before I move on to the next physical perspective. Let me ask the audience. Let me ask y'all something. What I just said just now, the soul finds joy in meaningful work, expression, and connection to the universe. How many of you find joy when you do it, when you're doing meaningful work? I want you all to put the number 11 in the chat. If you find joy when you're helping somebody, when you're doing something meaningful, put the number 11. When you produce something meaningful, when you cook something meaningful, when you say something meaningful, put the number 11 in the chat, because the soul finds joy. I sleep good at night because of what I do daily. And I might lay down on the floor and binge watch a whole show, but I feel good at night. I sleep good at night because the soul finds joy in meaningful work, self-expression, and connection to the universe. And so I connect with a lot of ideals, even in my astral travel, even in my dreams or my recordings, like Sri Master Gana Grill calls it. Even in my digital decoding of what I'm doing from my perspective. That's why I got on the top, divine digital codes. That's what's on top, divine digital codes. That's right there. I find peace and I find joy in it. When I used to find peace and joy at the club life, peace and joy in womanizing, I find peace and joy by having sex and making love and having a multiple of women and all that. I used to find peace and joy in that. But then I was lacking something. And then I had to pull away from that lifetime. I had to pull away from the life of DJing and women coming around, or women wanting to come to my house, or me coming to their house and sneaking into their house or whatever. I've dealt with married women too that was on the verge of breaking up with their husband and going on separation. Yes. And I thought that was joyful. I thought that was meaningful, and it wasn't. It was really karmic. Negative karma, because negative karma did come back to me after I did all those things and had all those women and all that women, to the point that even the women that I've dealt with that had children from me, the children might not want to talk to me and all that kind of stuff. Not the ones that I married. I'm talking about that are just children's mothers. I don't call them baby mothers. They was children's mothers. So I'm real with my karma. It comes back. It definitely smacked me in my face, especially because my life path number is a number 8. When I added the month, the day, and the year that I was born, and it all broke down to the number 8. And 8 is a karmic number if you don't use the karma well, because karma could either come good or come bad to you. And I definitely seen the karma of all of that. Believe me. No, I only have 9 children, Cooley. I only have 9 children. Majority of them talk to me. There's only 2 girls that really refuse to talk to me right now. And I understand. I met their mothers at the club and all that, and we didn't really, I was chasing entertainment. I wasn't chasing fatherhood and all that. So I understand. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know what I did, what I went through. And I'm sure Cooley has their own life and what they've done that they're hiding behind their screens and all that too, that they probably won't ever tell out here on the street. I'm sure you got your own stuff. Y'all can judge. You can judge if you want to, but I let you know I'm a real dude. And I loved women, and I still love women, especially my melanated women. But when you're in that lifestyle, that club life, it can get messy, especially if they're attracting and pulling towards you. And a lot of you won't even say it live on air, but I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not running for president. I'm not running for no political position. Matter of fact, I'm going to write it in my autobiography too. Because if I say my stuff, nobody can throw it back at me. I'll probably try to remix it, but it can't be thrown back at me at all. Because I'll look at you and laugh and say, Negro, I said that years ago. Here's the tape. Here's the video. Here it is. What? I'm telling you, I'm like Eminem. Eminem is born, which is so funny. Eminem is born on October 17th. My life path is a number 17. So when I watched that movie 8 Mile with Eminem, and he did what he did on that stage, telling his own story and say this and that, and how he beat that guy through that rap, which was Anthony Mackie, how he beat that guy in the rap challenge, in the rap thing at 8 Mile. That's me. I tell my story. I don't care. I tell my story. I've thrown pajama parties, pool parties. The only thing I never threw is gay parties. That's the only thing I never threw. It's gay parties and homosexual fuck, because that's not my thing. I don't subscribe to that stuff. But I've thrown the parties. I just didn't do what Diddy did. Diddy did some crazy stuff. I know, and I got invited to one of his parties too from a friend, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good, sir. I'm fine. I met Diddy once, but I ain't doing that. That's one thing about me. I ain't doing that. I don't know what that was all about. But enough respect to whoever went there and did whatever they did. That's their business. All right. So, physical perspective of the pursuit of happiness. The science of happiness, health, and well-being. Studies show, this is according to Online Study Family, studies show that happiness reduces stress, boosts immunity, and increase longevity. Endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemicals, are released when we engage in joyful activities, according to online research. Exercise, laughter, and positive social interaction contributes to physical happiness. So I hope y'all out there are exercising. I hope y'all out there laughing. I hope y'all out there are doing positive social interactive. That's why I go to events with Tassili Ma'at when she throws the natural mystic, or I go out there to the wonderful Wizard of Raw, or I go out to the African Arts Festival in Brooklyn, or I go to different festivals. I want to be in the positive social interaction, not the negative like I did in the nightclubs, those dark nightclubs that they used to call discotheque, disconnecting yourself technically, discotheque, disconnecting yourself technically, nightclub, clubbing you at night, clubbing you overnight so you can leave your reality of your job and all the stuff that you did during the week. You're going out to a nightclub Friday, Saturday, or even Sunday. Discotheque, disconnect yourself technically. Understand, see the words, why things are called nightclubs, why they was called discotheque years ago. See the words, watch what they teaching you. What was it? When you go in there, you're drinking from a bar. Bar means rabbi or Lord. It's backwards for rabbi, which means Lord. And what are liquor? Liquor is spirits. You don't know what spirit is in Hennessy. You don't know what spirits is in Moet. You don't know what spirits is in Cristal. You don't know what spirits is in it. Unless you're making your own wine, you're making your own liquor, you're making your own. I don't know what spirits is in alcohol, period. That's why it's called spirits. That's why it's important to use spirits for certain rituals. The Akan does it, the Ifa does it, the different spiritual systems use liquor and all that, Santeria and all that kind of stuff. Woo, man, family. Exercise, laughter, and positive social interaction contributes to physical happiness. And if you're a DJ out there, try to spread some very good love all over the microphone or on your radio or television program. Spread love. When I was in the club, I had people laughing. I try to teach, even when they played songs like, there's some holes in this house. When I play songs like that, I used to change the lyrics over the mic. There's some queens in the house. If you see them, point them out. There's some queens in this house. If you see them, point them out. I changed the lyrics. There's some queens in this house. If you see them, point them out. And all the sisters would be pointing each other out because they knew they was a queen. Or they knew there was a king. There's some kings in this house. If you see them, point them out. I used to change the lyrics at the clubs. Those who know me from Temptations know I used to change the lyrics and had people laughing and thinking at the same time. Change the lyrics. Number 2, material versus emotional happiness. Thank you very much, sweet mama. Thank you very much again, sweet mama. Sweet mama. Thank you very much for sharing that super sticker. Thank you very much, sweet mama. Always love, sweet mama. Thank you. I really appreciate you, man. Really appreciate you. Always spreading love. And again, family, when you spread love to my channel, please say these words. Sweet mama, Felicia, the other sister, Olga, say these words, man. Say these words right here. Currency is circulating back to me and those who support me a trillion folds. Currency is circulating back to me and those who support me a trillion folds. Currency is circulating back to me. You're talking about you because you're circulating currency, and to those who support you and those who support me a trillion folds. That's what you need to say to these. Say when you're spending money or giving your money to anybody. Man, Reverend Ike, man. Reverend Ike, not Icky. Reverend Ike was the man. I got Reverend Ike's book, The Science of Living. I got Reverend Ike's book right here on my bookshelf, The Science of Living. That's one of my teachers. I never met him, but he's one of my teachers. So let me finish off this lesson, family. Let me finish off. And again, family, if you want to circulate through Super Chat or Super Sticker or through Venmo or PayPal or Zelle, you got to use the email for Zelle. You got to use the email. Don't use my number. Use the email for Zelle. People have been using the number, and that number is not registered. Only my email is registered to Zelle. Okay, so I'm almost there. Material versus emotional happiness. Many people pursue wealth, status, or possession thinking that will bring happiness. While comfort is important, happiness is more strongly linked to relationships, experiences, and mental well-being. Do you really think that Trump is happy? All the money he's got, you really think he's happy? Do you think Epstein is happy? Do you think R. Kelly is happy? All of them had the money. Many people pursue wealth, status, and possession thinking that will bring happiness. While comfort is important, happiness is more strongly linked to relationship, experience, and mental well-being. Look, I've been in the rural parts of Jamaica. They didn't have no light. They had dirty water because the river got dirty because it started raining. I've been in certain parts of Jamaica where my family lives in the country. And big up to all my country people that know how to deal with that. But I still seen happiness amongst the people and the children. I went to the rural parts of Antigua and still seen happy people, which they call these parts third world. I still seen happiness, laughter. It was beautiful to see happiness, even though the lights was off. It was dark. They was using candles. They had to use rainwater to bathe. But the children were still still happy. So it's not about the money. It's not about the money at all. It's a state of mind. It's your mindset. It's a mental well-being. It's the experience that you allow to bring happiness to you. And when I went to the country, big up to my family, the Paran family and all of that, Annie and all of them in the country. When I went there and enjoyed myself, let me tell y'all one experience. And y'all gonna think it's funny, but I was so overwhelmed in Jamaica one time. I was in the country with one of my family members. They like married into my family, put it like that. They were like married into my family. That they're not blood relative, but they always used to allow me to come and visit them up in Port Antonio over there near Swift River in Jamaica. And my girlfriend of that time, Annie Paran, she said, come with me, let's walk. And we're walking during the day. And we did a nice long, it was a good 15, 20-minute walk. But this girl showed me in Jamaica, and tears is coming to my eyes right now. She took me to the base of where the river was coming down off of the mountains. I never seen that in my life. I had to be 16 or 17 years old, and I never seen this in my life. She took me to the base of the mountain over there in country where the river was flowing down and where the water is being purified and coming down into the river. And I just became Muslim that year too. I became Muslim. And y'all know what I did? I took off my clothes, all my clothes, and made prayer right there because I was so overwhelmed by the beauty and the magnitude of this river flowing down the water, flowing down the mountain into the river that everybody bathed and washed themselves. And they all got naked and bathed over there. It wasn't nothing crazy. It wasn't nothing sexual. It was just they bathed at the river. And I started crying like I'm crying today, right now, again, because I just went right back to that mountain. I'm looking at it right now. I went back to this mountain. It's the experience that we have, family. That's most important. It wasn't money. I didn't have no money in Jamaica. I was only 16, 17. I was just there. My family, I paid for a round trip ticket. It was $360 to go to Jamaica. Again, many people pursue wealth, status, and position thinking that will bring happiness. While comfort is important, happiness is more strongly linked to relationships. The experience I just told you about, going to that mountain and seeing the water come down, and your mental well-being. That's what's important. The happiest people are not the wealthiest people, and that's what I recognized when I went to Jamaica. But those who cultivate love, purpose, and gratitude. Man, that is so powerful, family. That brought me to tears. That brought me to tears. Thank you very much, King Zeno. Thank you very much for the love. He said, appreciate all the lessons, consistency, and overall shared wisdom, King Simon. Usually tapped in on the day, on this day job on and Saturdays. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution and your donation. Thank you very much, man. People don't realize how important it is, man, just to be at peace. And again, Brother King, please always say these words when you circulate. Dr. B gave it to us in a different way, but currency is circulating back to me and those who support me 1 trillion folds. Dr. B said 1,000 folds. I say 1 trillion folds. Because if you shoot for the trillions, at least if you land amongst the millions and 1,000, at least you can go ahead and keep on doing it. So anytime you circulate or share money and funds with anybody, always say currency is circulating back to me. Even when I pay rent for this place, this house that I'm living in, currency is circulating back to me. And those who support me 1 trillion fold. And if I'm circulating currency and energy through my teachings and my lessons on a daily basis, I want it for you to be better. I wish you to be better. I wish you to use what I teach to be better. That's all I really wish. from the all over my heart, not just from the bottom of my heart, from all over my heart, because my heart has a lot of components. The happiest people are not the wealthiest, but those who cultivate love, purpose, and gratitude. Number 3, action creates happiness. Waiting for happiness to come is not enough. It must be actively pursued through choices, habits, and mindset. Engaging in passions, adventure, self-care, and meaningful connection increases happiness in a daily life. That last part right there, engaging in passion, adventure, self-care, that part, and meaningful connection increases happiness in daily life. After this, after putting my eyes through these blue blocker glasses to this computer, I go outside and look at the sun, wink at the sun, feel the sun's energy, do my grounding, lay down, do some rollouts, martial arts rollout. This is what I do after I get off of here. I might jog in place, doing my grounding, doing a little jogging in place. I got a treadmill. I got an inversion table that I sometimes do. Because waiting for happiness comes, waiting for happiness to come is not enough. It must be actively pursued through choices, habits, and mindset. When melanated people, darker melanated people do things like Dr. Africa used to say, we do it in a ritual type stand, and then it becomes a celebration. So I'm playing music or listening to positive things while I'm celebrating, while I'm doing my habits, while I'm making my choices, while I'm doing self-care, while I'm taking the adventure, while I'm doing meaningful connection things that connecting things meaningfully. That increases happiness in your daily life. In other words, happiness is not just a feeling, but a practice. Say that again. Write that down as a mantra. Happiness is not just a feeling, but a practice. Daily, monthly, yearly, hour to hour, minute to minute, seconds to seconds. That's happiness. If you understand what I'm saying, please put the number 4 in the chat. All right, we're about to finish. Connective perspective. Aligning spirit, mind, and body for true happiness. Spiritually, happiness is an inner peace that comes from living in alignment with one's soul and divine purpose. Physically, happiness is a state of well-being that enhances mental, emotional, and physical health. The true pursuit of happiness is not about chasing pleasure, but about cultivating joy, gratitude, and meaningful experiences. Let me say that last part again. The true pursuit of happiness is not about chasing pleasure. You can go to Cancun and DR and Mexico and all that, chasing all the pleasures in the world, but that is not about that. It's not about that. I sound like Ishmael Muhammad now. It's not about that, but about cultivating joy, gratitude, and meaningful experiences. That's what it's about. I'm going to leave this up. This is going to be up. I'm not going to put this in the, this is not going to be put in the membership. I'm going to leave this up for people to watch over and over again because I really want y'all to pursue happiness. This is my perspective, family. Again, this is my perspective. Final numerovational thoughts. Again, family, look at the words. Pursuit of happiness adds up to a number 90. 9 is the highest level of humanity and love and creativity. Pursuits of happiness in the Chaldean system add up to 84, which deals with discipline and order and structure and recognizing assets and liabilities in your life while pursuing happiness. Adds up to a number 12. 12 is the number of, on its negative, can be a hangman if you don't do the positive, creative, compassionate things that you need to do. And 3 deals with expansion and growth, the need to expand, the need to grow. The vowels, the A, E, I, O, U, adds up to 27. 27 is the number of creativity and productivity. If you go in my book, 27 is the symbol of the scepter, which is one of those spiritual, mystical staff that's passed down from generation to generation. It's a number of creativity and productivity and authority, intellect, creative ability. Rewards only come if you're creative and productive. And then you got to finish what you start, because it adds up to the number 9. 27 and 36 share the same meaning in compound numerology, but 3 and 6 deals with expansion and growth and balance that leads to the 9 of completion and endings to a higher level of humanity. Family, this is nothing. And remember, the word happiness has 33, 11, 77, and 88, all master numbers, all portals. So if you want to be happy, you have to understand the portals. 44, the word happiness, and 44 means the order of, man. Hold on. Now I got to go from another numerologist perspective. I want to share her knowledge on the number 44. My spirit just said, go and show that book. My spirit said, go and show it. This book is called The Numerology Handbook by Tanya Gabriel. And because she's born with that name, Tanya Gabriel, Gabriel is the angel Gabriel. Her last name is Gabriel. The angel Gabriel is connected to the frequencies. And because she uses the double L's in her name, that's the 33 in numerology, in both the physical, in the physical and the spiritual meaning. But she says about the number 44, she said the number 44 is trusting in the order of the universe, a builder and manifester of group consciousness, designed to create new modalities of greater income and abundance. So when you are practicing happiness and it adds up to 44, you are supposed to be a builder and a manifester of group consciousness. You're supposed to design to create new modalities and greater income and abundance. And you're supposed to trust in the order of the universe with discipline, order, structure, because 88 is the symbol of infinity in another aspect, but it's also karma. And karma can go both ways, both positive and negative. My final thoughts before I close out. My final numerovational thoughts. That was part of it. Happiness is not something to chase. It is something to create. By aligning with spiritual wisdom, esoteric modalities like numerology, astrology, Ifa, Akan, Santeria, Christian spirituality, Muslim spirituality, whatever you call it. Happiness is not something to chase. It is something to create. And by aligning with spiritual wisdom, esoteric modalities, and physical well-being, true joy becomes a way of life. What I do is a way of life. This is my way of life. And here are some simple methods that I offer for all of you right now. These are some simple methods for the pursuit of happiness. Y'all ready? Take a snapshot of these right now. Take a snapshot. I'm giving it to you. Here are some simple methods right now. Live with purpose. 1, choose gratitude. 2, surround yourself with love. 3, number 4, enjoy life's simple moments. Take a snapshot of that right now. Let me take me off the screen. I don't need to be on the screen for this one. I need y'all to see that. Take a snapshot of it right now. Here are some simple methods to live for the pursuit of happiness from my perspective. Live your purpose. Live with purpose. I'm living my purpose. This is why I do what I do. This is why I write what I write. I've been on stages. I've been on all the major stages throughout New York. I've been a singer. I've been number 5 on the reggae chart. Live with purpose. Choose gratitude. Get up every morning And be grateful that you woke up out of that realm to come and do something of significance in this realm. Surround yourself with love. If it's a dog, if it's a cat, if it's a person, whatever it is, surround yourself with love. If it's a plant, if it's a garden, if it's a park, surround yourself with love and enjoy life's simple moments. Enjoy it. Simple moments is just walking down the street. Simple moment is just cuddling with your girl or cuddling with your man. Simple moments is just watching TV together. Simple moments is just there, just being there in the midst while you're cooking. Your family is right there, or the friends that you care about is right there. Simple moments. Enjoy simple moments. Remember, happiness is not found in the destination. It is created during the journey. That part right there, take that as a mantra. Remember, happiness is not found in the destination. It is created during the journey. Live your life. Live your life. Live your life. Burn up. Live your life, family. Thanks for your time and your greatness, for allowing me to be right here with you through this whole thing, man. Thank y'all very much. Oops. Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all very much for allowing me to be here with you. Thank you very much for allowing me to be with you, man. This means a lot to me. Everything that I do up here means a lot to me. And I live by myself. So no matter how many people come up here, even when I'm doing an interview with whoever, I used to be one of those people that chased all of that fancy stuff and all of the girls and all of the parties. And I had parties at my condo, and me and my friend had a condo, co-op condo. We had a duplex. I did all of that. I did all of that. I just didn't do the crazy sacrificial stuff. I ain't into that. One of my good friends and partners are in Puerto Rico right now. One of my other friends and partners is a nurse. One of my other friends and partners is a teacher right now. They're just doing what they do. And they come to me and say, King Simon, I'm proud of your change and your development and your growth, because there's pros and cons in every party. And just because you're chasing happiness and parties and all that kind of stuff, and you're trying to get away from this person or get away from that person, at the end of the day, happiness starts from within. And at those pivotal moments of my life, I was happy doing that, because I love to see people gathering and having fun together. So even if my mother's watching this, Mom, hey, it is what it is. I wasn't living at your house doing it, so I'm living on my own. So, Mom, I love you. Dad, even if you're watching it, I love you too. But I did my father was wild, though. He used to have a bungalow in Hawaii and all that kind of stuff. So back in his day, he used to throw parties. So you know where I got it from. He was a promoter too. So y'all know where I got it from now. And by the way, family, my father is feeling much better. He's at home now. He's not in the hospital. So thank all of you for the prayers. Y'all know he had a stroke. He's at home right now. I text my brother, and he told me he's at home resting. So my father is doing well at 81 years of age. So I'm proud that he made it through so I can see him. So, man, the Creator bless him. God bless him. Allah bless him. Jah bless him. Thank all of those people that send out prayers for my father. He's still here with us on this planet. And I hope he have many more years. If he changes, if he tweaks his diet a little, he'll be all right. If he tweaks his diet a little, he'll be all right, because that's really congestion. That's why I eat a lot of things with cayenne pepper and turmeric. I do sprinkle turmeric and cayenne on all my foods so it can help me with the circulation. Help with circulation. I drink cayenne juice and turmeric juice and all that stuff. I drink all that so it can help with circulation. So, thanks. I'm going to advise my father a little bit more so he can handle his business. So family, 2 hours in, thank y'all very much for being a part of the journey. And I hope y'all enjoyed what I shared with you today. This will be kept up, but more than likely, this will be kept up. So it will not go into the membership, but please join the membership And thank you for your donations. People that have made donations already to the channel, man. Thank y'all very much. Those who did super chat and all that good stuff and PayPal and Venmo, thank you very much for coming through and sharing your love. I'm here looking at my other platforms here. Thank you very much for sharing love. I really, really appreciate you. I'm honest. People call it transparency, but I've always been transparent with my stuff. It is what it is. And I'll just laugh at it and say, hey, that was my life at one point in time. It is what it is. I did that. I just like I said, I didn't do the crazy stuff. Nah, I'm not with that. So family, have a great day, afternoon or evening. Be safe, be great, be wonderful. And remember, this coming Sunday, I'm going to be interviewing this beautiful sister here, Cinnamon. Sound like cinnamon, right? Cinnamon. I know her husband must have loved her. Cinnamon Moreau, discussing her new publication, Grandmother's Secrets, the Art of Living a Traditional Life in the Modern World. She has 13 children. So you know her husband loved her. 13 from one guy, I believe. Or the majority of them came from one husband. But she will be sharing some of Grandma's secrets and Grandpa's wisdom right here on our show, on our channel. And of course, on the 18th, Tuesday, we have our dear brother coming to Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness will feature my brother, Mfundishi Jehutamas, as he speak about magical kemet. And okay. Oh, she's on. Cinnamon is on, y'all. Cinnamon is right here. She laughing. Grandma's secrets, Grandpa's wisdom. Yes, big up to Cinnamon. I didn't know you were still on, girl. But Cinnamon will be with us, and that is her YouTube channel. If y'all want to follow her, Grandma's secrets and Grandpa's wisdom. So she heard me talk about. Yeah, I'm wild. She know I'm wild. See, even when I used to talk to her, I'm wild. She I'm wild with my. I'll say anything. I guess I'm just that person, and I'm one of these people that if I can't speak openly with somebody I consider my friend or whatever, or trying to get with or be with or whatever, then I don't want to talk to you. If I can't speak openly, whatever it is, I'm one of those people. Like, damn, you don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth. And that if I can't speak openly, that's just me. Once I have to close my mouth, then I will shut my mouth and don't talk. That means I have to walk on eggshells, and I do not like walking on eggshells. I used to train martial arts on eggshells to see how quiet we can be while approaching an enemy. I used to train on eggshells. So I know, especially when you train in ninjutsu and all that stuff, we do the low crawl and we try to crawl. They throw out a bunch of eggshells and you have to crawl on eggshells without making a sound, moving. That's how they used to train us back in the day. I may have lost a little bit of it. I know if I walk on eggshells now, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of noise. It'd be like going in. It'd be like Eddie Murphy and James Brown in the hot tub. Oh Lord, in the hot tub. Don't forget, Mama Ella will be with us on Wednesday the 19th. My brother Samuel Lee Fudge will be doing the Marcus Garvey Symposium on March the 25th. Make sure y'all scan the QR code and also go to AtlantaJamaicanAssociation.org. Abundance Child will be coming on Tuesday. The Conscious on Tuesdays for Today's Consciousness on the 25th in the Conscious community. And remember, her new show, there's a new date for the launch, and the new date for the launch will be April the 3rd. April the 3rd will be the new day for the launching. Every Thursday, starting on April 3rd, Abundance Child Live on WJBSradio.com. Big up to 3rd Annual Forbidden Conscious Awards, August 2nd and 3rd, Diplomat Hotel in Hollywood, Florida. We will be there. Be there or be square, family. And remember, you can get all my books right now. Just text me which book you want. This goes directly to your email. Once you pay and circulate the funds, it'll go right to your email once you circulate the funds. Whichever book you want. These are my ebooks right here. whatever books you want. These are my ebooks. If you do want a signed copy, those that live in the United States of America, please text me and let me know that you want a signed copy, and I will sign the copy with a little extra. If you text me your birthday also, I'll break down your birthday just briefly, just one word meanings to each number in your birthday. I'll do that also in the book while I'm mailing it to you. And remember, you can get all of my books on Amazon. Get all of my books on Amazon. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. No promotion is bad promotion. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and Numerovation for mental stability, and Let We Tell the Story children book. Also, those from outside of the United States, please go to Amazon and order the book via Amazon. Please. Big up to Color Curiosity. I don't know if she made it in here. I know she's driving. She was here earlier. Big up to Color Curiosity. Make sure you support Feng Shui your life, Per-Unk your life, your home. Learn how to get your vibration of your home flowing. Millicent Simmons, she does a free 8 to 10 minute consultation. Call her at that number right there. And also hit her up at IG at Color Curiosity LLC. Big up to all them, another one of my sponsors, the one, the only iridologist or iridologist, Dr. Shakira Moore. She has her new book coming out, and you could also call her for her service at the number right there on the page there. And big up to AdaraMoselle.com. That's AdaraMoselle.com, AdaraMoselle.com, or you can scan the QR code. If you're suffering from low energy or negative energy and you want that done, you want negative energy removal on your children, your family, on anything, she can do that. She does free consultation, and then she will see where you're at and what you need to do, and then you could pay her from there after that. If you're into martial arts, like I've been in martial arts since I was a child, this sister right here, Professor Zahelia, been into it since she was a child also. She's going on probably 25 to 30 years of martial arts. Contact her for spiritual, physical advice, consultation, classes, workshops, seminars, online or eye to eye. Serious inquiries. Also tell her that King Simon sent you. Hit her up at IG at Raw Life Defense, or hit her up at the number right there that you see on the channel right there. Big up to my son with his cleaning company, pressure wash, car detailing, and dumpster wash. Hit him up at the number that you see right there at the bottom. That's one of my sons, JB. And my other son, Prince Imagine, doing great works in his recording studio, Green Studio NYC. Show him some love. If you want to record your audio book, your book, or whatever, your music, he can do that with you. He's a great musician himself, and he can support you in your musical endeavors or your writing endeavors if that's what you want. My son is all my sons are children and daughters are very good at what they do. I respect and love and pray for them, all of them, every night. All my grandchildren, because I can't wait to see what my grandchildren manifest as they're getting older. And if you want to do a session with me, I have 10-minute session, 15-minute session, and also 30-minute and 60-minute session. In the month of April, let me let y'all know this. In the month of April, the 10-minute and the 15-minute session, I'm going to do it live with the people in the month of April. Right now, it's pre-recorded. Only in the month of April. Those who want to do it live over the phone, 10 minutes. I have a cutoff time. I will cut it off at 10 minutes. It's finished. 10 minutes and 15-minute sessions will be live. But if you just want the pre-recording, you just have to ask me 3 questions for the 10 minutes or 4 questions for the 15 minutes. The 15 minutes, you get a little extra because I also send you the breakdown of your name in an email alongside the recording. All of it is recorded. But if you want a 30-minute or a 60-minute conversation with me, that's what we do. So please text me your full name, date of birth, and email, and you can decide. But in the month of April, I'm going to be doing live 10 minutes and live 15 minutes. And all of them will be recorded and sent to you also. I'm not going over my 10 or 15 minutes. Y'all don't do it. You're not doing it for me unless you're gonna actually circulate the money for my 30-minute and my 60-minute. But straight up, that's what I'm gonna do for the month of April, since we're gonna be heavily in the spring season. All right. This book is coming out in a few days. The second volume of my Numerovational Spiritual Lessons ebook, and also, again, I'm in the 800s, about to go into the 900s with this. I'm editing this book right now. And then we have our children's book that's coming out. So Family, on that note, like Dr. B says, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. Thank you, Dr. B. Remember, support Dr. B. He has a website called elevationtime.com. That's elevationtime.com. Make sure y'all support Dr. B in whatever he's doing. Let me see if I can find his website real quick. There it is, elevationtime.com, his YouTube channel, and his Linktree. And Dr. Blair, support Dr. Blair, what he does. This is what Dr. Blair taught us. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Dr. Blair, go to his legacy shop, the Meta Center 2 and the Meta Center Chicago, to support Dr. Blair and his continual legacy. Family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be safe, be gracious, be respectful of self and time. I love you because I love me. And yes, I'm going to keep this video up, so enjoy. And I'm going to be sharing a few clips from the video that y'all been noticing. I've been sharing clips. Yeah, I'll be producing a few clips from the video also. All right? Take care and one love.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Today's consciousness, today's consciousness, today's consciousness. What happened and how can we change it? From the pristine position that we held in today's consciousness, here's a new show just for you every Tuesday called Today's Consciousness. Be there and enjoy all the great special guest stars that will be passing through on a new show called Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness. Are you ready to address all the things that are going on? And how can we heal today's consciousness? Today's consciousness. Today's consciousness. Right here on KSP TV. Today's Consciousness. What happened and how can we change it?
Eye Opener Productions presents Magical Kemet Revisited, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025, from 1:30 p.m. till 7 p.m. In honor of our previous Magical Kemet event 14 years ago, we once again bring you Master Teacher M. Fundishi, J. Hootie Mess, and Professor Kaba Kamene.
In ancient Kemet, they had showed that that's not a star there. I know it's a nebula. And the nebula gives birth to stars. And so Sirius A comes from that nebula. And then the ancient Kemet-u said, we also come from that nebula. That birthed our star. So this gets really deep. So we're going to, I'm telling people, bring some boots, because it's going to get real deep. We're going in real deep.
In calling, so you are now going to understand that it is time now to move back and get back onto the path of Ma'at. And on the path of Ma'at is where you are on your road to your destiny and what you were called for. And the longer that you go on this road, as you become an elder and you get more mature and you're moving through, your journey becomes clearer.
Make sure you get your tickets in advance for $30. Tickets will be sold at the door for $40. For tickets, scan this code or go to magicalchemic.eventbrite.com. We will be at the Long Island University, Brooklyn campus, Health Science Building. Enter at the gate on Flatbush Extension between DeKalb and Willoughby.
It's your girl, Sandy Daly, and it's reggae and world music's biggest night of honor, the 42nd Annual International Reggae and World Music Awards, IRAMA, hosted by legendary comedian, actor, and lifetime honoree Oliver Samuels, with performances from Nigel Boy, Belize legend Lloyd Wayburn, Richie Stephens, Everton Blender, D'Angel, and a galaxy of other reggae and world music acts. Going down at the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, South Florida, Sunday, March 30th, 2025, with celebrity red carpet arrivals at 6 p.m. For a limited time, get 50% discounted tickets now at irama.com. Or to become a sponsor, email iramasponsor@gmail.com. Sponsored by Broward County, Florida Cultural Division, Tough Gong International, VP Records, Reggae Festival Guide, Elite Chauffeurs Florida, and so many others. Powered by Martin's International, bringing nations together through music and culture.
It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerovator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.